Hello, my friends. Today we are going to take a trip to the heart of Stoicism, a philosophy that goes straight to the point, without beating around the bush or embellishments. If you are tired of superficial answers and ready-made advice that doesn't solve anything, then you have come to the right place, on the Modern Life, Ancient Wisdom channel. Here we are not talking about empty theories, but about how this philosophy can really transform your life and the way you face everyday challenges. In Stoicism, the idea is simple. Understand what really matters, be clear about what is under our control, and stop wasting energy on what is not. It is not about seeing life through rose-colored glasses, but rather about facing reality with calm courage and a strength that comes from within. If you have ever found yourself thinking that life could be easier, that perhaps there was a way to not be so affected by what happens around you, then get ready. This journey will challenge your worldview and invite you to see everything from a new angle, where you have control over your attitude, even if the world is out of control. So, buckle up and embark with us on this one-way journey to a stronger and wiser mindset. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because this is just the beginning of a powerful transformation. Stoicism teaches us a powerful and, at the same time, liberating truth. There is no point in wasting energy on things we cannot change. Imagine the number of things that happen every day that are beyond our control, from the weather to other people's opinions or the way certain situations unfold. The Stoics knew that being stuck in these external factors only generates anxiety and exhaustion. The essence of this philosophy is simple and direct. The world is what it is, not what you would like it to be. Accepting this does not mean that you will be passive. Quite the opposite. It means that, instead of wasting time complaining, you will focus on what is truly within your reach, your own attitude and reaction. Think of every uncomfortable or difficult situation as a challenge. An obstacle? Maybe, but also an opportunity. The Stoics saw every difficulty as a chance to strengthen yourself, to grow. For example, if you face a conflict at work, instead of feeling wronged or unmotivated, you can use this moment to learn how to stay calm, communicate better, and resolve conflicts. Every time a situation doesn't go as planned, you have the option of reacting in two ways: complain and get frustrated, or learn and evolve. And this choice is what defines a Stoic. For them, every experience, good or bad, is a chance to improve one's character. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but learning to use them as guides, not as chains that bind you. When you accept that certain things are beyond your control and choose to focus on what can change your attitude, your vision, your actions, you gain immense strength. Because, in a way, nothing can shake you deeply anymore. If you are able to transform adversity into learning, then every stumble becomes a springboard. Let's think about it together. Life is full of challenges, ups and downs, and we can't always avoid difficult moments. But here's the crux of Stoicism. What really matters is not what happens to you, but how you choose to react to it. Imagine that you're sailing and suddenly a storm appears in the middle of your path. You don't control the wind, the waves, or the weather, but you do control how you hold the helm, the direction in which you row, and, most importantly, your calm and clarity to face whatever comes your way. The Stoics teach us to focus on this ability to respond, on this inner freedom that allows us to choose our attitudes and reactions. When you cling too much to what you can't control, such as the opinions of others, a past mistake, or even a passing success, you end up becoming hostage to these things. Attachment, here, becomes a kind of prison that brings suffering, because, in the end, nothing external remains forever. That's why Stoicism invites us to be lighter, to let what is temporary flow, just as water slides off a duck's back. This is liberating. By focusing on what is under your control, such as your attitudes and choices, you find peace. Suddenly, obstacles become less frightening, because you know that you can deal with them, and, even more, learn from each one of them. So, free yourself. Focus on what only you can change. What you do with each experience, the strength you draw from difficulties, and the lightness you find when you let your worries flow, without carrying unnecessary weight. Success and failure, oddly enough, are like twin brothers. Although they may seem different at first glance, they both have something valuable to teach us. The feeling of victory, of achieving a goal, or of being recognized for what we do is incredible and deserves to be celebrated, without a doubt. But it is important not to let success inflate our ego or make us forget where we came from. After all, exaggerated pride can make us lose who we really are. As for failure, failure is a precious teacher. It can be painful and frustrating, but it is through failure that we learn the most profound lessons. Each defeat shows us where we can improve, where we should change our strategy, and even helps us strengthen our resilience and adjust our values. When you face failure with the right mindset, it stops being an obstacle and becomes a stepping stone towards your growth. Imagine each experience of failure as a tool that you can use to become stronger, more prepared, and wiser. In the end, both success and failure serve your personal evolution, each in its own way. True happiness, contrary to what many people think, is not found in the things we own or the awards we accumulate. Of course, objects and achievements have their value, but this value is fleeting. Real, lasting happiness comes from within, from how we choose to see the world and how we nurture our mindset. Imagine the power of gratitude. When you are grateful, you begin to see value in the simplest things, like a smile, a warm breakfast, the time you spend with the people you love. Every little detail becomes important, and this creates genuine joy, a happiness that does not depend on something more. That is where happiness reveals itself. In the small daily beauties, in what we already have and that we may have stopped appreciating. Being happy is more about how you live each moment and less about what you have. That is why the Stoics and so many other philosophies teach: cultivate a mind that seeks wisdom, that values the present, and that acts with integrity. After all, you are the author of your story, and each choice you make is a line in that book. Write each one with courage, gratitude, and purpose. Stoicism is a call to action, an invitation for us to be warriors in the face of life. Imagine that every challenge, every difficult situation you face, is like a test that life throws at you. The Stoics believe that, instead of hiding or running away from these difficulties, we should face them head-on, with courage and serenity. Because it is precisely in these challenging moments that we have the chance to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When life challenges you, when you feel pressured, take a deep breath and move forward. This simple act of not letting yourself be shaken, of remaining calm even when everything seems chaotic, is one of the greatest strengths of Stoicism. The Stoic does not wait for the world to change for him. He changes himself and, in doing so, transforms the world around him. He is like a warrior who, in the midst of a storm, finds his center, his balance, and moves forward with determination. Stoic philosophy teaches us that through our actions and our ability to adapt, we can impact the world in a positive way, bringing more wisdom, balance, and strength. Embrace Stoicism as a path to your best self, and remember, every hardship is an opportunity for growth. Stoics believe that greatness does not come from nowhere. It is forged, like steel that undergoes intense heat until it becomes unbreakable. And each of us is going through this process. The hardships we face, the choices we make, and the lessons we learn are the heat that molds us to be stronger, more resilient. True joy, for the Stoic, does not come from quick, momentary pleasures. You know that feeling of satisfaction that disappears as quickly as it arrives? It never brings the genuine happiness we seek. Instead, Stoics find joy in inner development, in the growth that comes from discipline, self-knowledge, and a life lived with purpose. They see each day as an opportunity to become better, to cultivate virtues, and to seek wisdom. In the end, each Stoic is the hero of their own story. They are the protagonists of a journey in which greatness comes from within and in which true success is becoming unshakable, no matter what life brings. The future, although it intrigues and attracts us, is something we never really hold in our hands. That is why the Stoics teach us that we should plan for it, yes, but without becoming hostage to it. Being anxious or worrying about what has not yet happened is wasting the present, and the present is the only moment that really exists. It is the now that you have to live, decide, and build. Think of it this way. Every second you spend here and now is a stone on the road that you are building towards your destiny. The future unfolds based on what you do in the present, but it is useless to try to control it. Instead, do the best you can today. Put energy into your actions now, because it is in this moment that you are truly shaping what will come. By living fully in the present, with awareness and purpose, you reduce worries and create a future with more serenity and balance. It is a relief, a freedom to know that the now is what you have, and that this is where everything really matters. The present is like a seed. If you plant it with care and attention, it will grow and blossom into something great in the future. Often, we are so focused on how it will be or what will happen that we fail to notice what we have in front of us. But the secret to a better future lies precisely in the value we give to the present. Think of your actions now as bricks that build the road you will travel. Each choice, each decision, is one more brick on the path to your destination. When you act consciously, considering what is truly important, you create a solid journey. Stoicism teaches us that acting with intention, even in the smallest things, is what defines the quality of our life and our future. Another important point is to learn to let go of the desire to control what is not in our hands. Sometimes, we are so worried about ensuring that everything will turn out as planned that we become exhausted and frustrated. But Stoics believe that by letting go of this need for control, we become freer. Because control over the future is an illusion. If something is out of our reach, the best thing we can do is focus on what we can do now and accept the rest as part of the journey. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to live in the present is to find value in the little things. This may sound cliché, but think about the last time you truly enjoyed a conversation, a cup of coffee, or a sunset. These little moments are constantly around us, but we need to stop and appreciate them to make sense of them. The future is full of uncertainty, but the present holds these little treasures that, if enjoyed, fill our lives with meaning. In our desire to get to the future, we sometimes forget to value the step we are taking now. But each step has its value, and rushing can cause us to stumble. When you focus on enjoying each step of the journey, the entire path becomes more meaningful. Be present in every conversation, in every task you do, in every experience. So when thinking about the future, plan wisely, but don't forget to live with presence. Remember, the now is the training ground where you shape the person you want to become. This is where you can really take action and build. So, seize every moment, celebrate every small step, and build a future that, down the road, will be a reflection of the intention, presence, and purpose you put into the present. Now is the time to look within yourself and recognize the power you have to write your own story. Stoicism teaches us that, no matter how much the world around us is constantly changing, we are the heroes of our own lives. And being a hero is not about being perfect or invincible, but rather about being resilient, about facing adversity with patience and serenity, without losing faith in our ability to grow. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for embarking on this Stoic journey with us. Each step we take on this path is a learning experience, an opportunity to become stronger and wiser. And if you like this content, if it made sense to you, be sure to like it, share it with friends and family, and spread these valuable teachings. Together, we can inspire more people to live with self-sufficiency, serenity, and purpose. So, my friends, keep walking this path of self-knowledge, wisdom, and personal transformation. Stoicism is not a philosophy to be read only, but to be lived day after day, in every attitude, in every choice. Stay strong, inspire those around you with your actions, and keep this flame of Stoic wisdom always burning, because it can light the path of many people. Remember, life is short and time is precious. Every choice you make now is a construction of your future. Therefore, live each moment with the intention of being the best version of yourself, with courage and purpose. Until next time, and never forget, the true power of the Stoic is in living each moment fully, with wisdom and balance.